In the ancient land of Uz, there lived a righteous man named Job. The Bible tells us he was blameless and upright, a man who feared God and shunned evil. Job had a beautiful family, a prosperous business, and a heart full of gratitude for God's blessings. Little did he know, his faith was about to be tested in unimaginable ways. Job's story is a powerful reminder that even the most devout followers face trials and tribulations. It's a story of immense suffering, unwavering faith, and the boundless love of a God who never abandons his children. Through Job's experience, we learn valuable lessons about trusting God's plan, even when life throws its worst at us. Life can change in an instant. One moment, everything seems perfect, and the next, we're plunged into darkness and despair. Job's story is a testament to the unpredictable nature of life and the importance of holding on to our faith, even when the ground beneath us seems to crumble. In a cruel twist of fate, Job lost everything dear to him. His livestock perished, his servants were slain, and his children died in a devastating storm. The news of each tragedy struck him like a bolt of lightning, leaving him reeling in agony and disbelief. Stripped of his possessions and overwhelmed with grief, Job sat among the ashes, his body covered in painful sores. His wife, consumed by her own anguish, urged him to curse God and die. But Job, in his profound sorrow, refused to turn away from the one he loved and worshipped. "The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away," Job declared, his voice heavy with grief. "Blessed be the name of the Lord." These words, spoken in the depths of his despair, reveal the unwavering faith that burned within him. Even in the face of unimaginable loss, Job refused to blame God. As news of Job's plight spread, his friends came to comfort him. Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, three men who prided themselves on their wisdom, arrived at Job's doorstep, ready to offer solace and advice. However, their words, though well-intentioned, were laced with judgment and misunderstanding. They insisted that Job's suffering must be a consequence of his own hidden sins. Surely, they reasoned, such immense suffering couldn't befall a righteous man without cause. Their words, instead of offering comfort, only added to Job's pain, sowing seeds of doubt and making him question his own righteousness. Their accusations cut deep, forcing Job to defend himself and his integrity. He pleaded with them to understand his innocence, to see the pain that gnawed at his soul. But his friends, blinded by their own flawed logic, refused to believe that such suffering could be arbitrary. Overwhelmed by grief and the accusations of his friends, Job cried out to God, his voice raw with pain and confusion. He questioned his fate, wondering why he, a man who had always strived to live a righteous life, was being subjected to such unbearable suffering. "Why have you made me your target?" Job pleaded. "Have I not been upright in your sight?" His words were not those of defiance, but of a broken man desperately seeking answers, clinging to the belief that God still heard his cries. Job's anguish resonates with the human experience of suffering. When tragedy strikes, it's natural to question why, to search for reasons behind the pain. We may even find ourselves questioning God's love and faithfulness, wondering if he sees our plight and hears our cries for help. In the midst of Job's despair, God responded. His voice, powerful and awe-inspiring, boomed from the heart of a whirlwind, silencing Job's questions and revealing the vastness of his power and the limitations of human understanding. God reminded Job of his sovereign control over creation, of the intricate workings of the universe that were beyond human comprehension. He spoke of mighty creatures, of the wonders of the natural world, all pointing to his infinite wisdom and power. Job, humbled by this awe-inspiring display, realized the futility of questioning God's ways. He understood that his finite mind could not grasp the infinite wisdom of the Almighty.